everyone, welcome to another episode of Crash Cinnamon. It's your host McKenna. So happy Mother's Day. When you hear this, it will be after Mother's Day, but happy Mother's Day for all of you who are mummies, aunties, grandmothers, godmothers, stepmothers, all kind of mothers. Okay. And I know it's also a sensitive time for those who have lost their babies in one way or another. Those who are waiting to have babies. It's been you've been trying. Those who are going through the surrogacy route. So yeah, there's all kinds there, and I'm really I'm very aware of that, and I just want to say hang in there, and we who are mothers also are standing with you and praying with you, because our joy is never full if other women are suffering, and unfortunately it's being a mother, it's a kind of joy we can't really give in the sense of sustaining life of a child, because only God does that. However, we can support you in many ways, be your babysitters once the baby's here, help with surrogacy, adoption, all those kind of things, and just even pray with you or hold you up when those days are really difficult and you need someone to lean to. So yeah, so lean on us. Moving on from that, I was thinking, and I was talking to some people this week, and I don't know, I feel we still don't get it as a society, as a human race, actually, that especially for the male species. I'm sorry, but I have to say this. Why do you think that women come pre-installed with software of motherhood? Where did you get that notion? We don't, for me, who's a first-time mom, yeah, I had to learn on the job, research, and given that I gave birth during lockdown, the first lockdown, actually when Corona hit, there was a lot of learning, and I mean a lot of learning, still continuing to learn. So sometimes my husband would say, oh, you know this, and I'm like, no, I don't, let's research together, let's find out together. And especially from the culture I come from, a lot of the women, you could be married actually and be a lone parent. It's sad like that, because the African culture, the male species still leave a lot of the parenting to the female. Apparently it's our job to know everything about a child. It's not, the child has two parents who should contribute to the growth of the child, including research, knowing what the mom doesn't know. Sometimes we're all guessing. We don't know what that cry means. Thankfully, with my child, over the months, she's been differentiating different sounds and cries for different things. So sometimes she'll cry and oh yeah, she's hungry, or she needs changing, or she will say words. She has words, actually, she used to say. In fact, when she was around, I think 4-5 months, she used to say emu. Yeah, emu for one, or for feeding. Yeah, so that was interesting. Yeah, so I don't know how, I'm not the only one who's spoken about this, but I don't know how we can move on, or how we can break this myth that nurturing is only a woman's job. Yes, the great creator has put, some things in us that are of a nurturing, nurturing what? Disposition, yes. However, it doesn't mean that we know everything about taking care of children, of taking care of animals, even, so it takes practice, and that's how you know. Now, for example, I've spoken about this before, but not in detail. Probably I'll do an episode about this. But we chose the cloth diapering way, and I tell you, the number of disappointed people in my circle and outside the circle was shocking. Like, they're like, do you know what you're getting into, blah blah blah, and all these kind of things. And I was like, hold up, all of us of a certain age were in cloth diapering, cloth nappies. There was no disposable nappies back then. So, and we're all here, we're all safe, we're good, we're breathing and living and we our best lives. So, yeah, it took a lot of not questioning myself when I started that journey, but it's a journey I chose and I love it. I love it. It's so amazing. And some of this weird dissatisfaction is, hanging nappies and just seeing how clean they are and the different prints you get for the covers. Oh, let's not go. That's another whole rabbit hole you will go through if we start about cloth nappies. But I remember, when starting that journey, and some women were very, very, very negative towards it, and also some men. But the most part was like, do you know how you'll take care of them? Da, 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 da. Anyway, and then someone said, anyway, you're a woman, you'll figure it out. And I was like, what? But it's true. We figure it out. And I don't know why we women are the ones who, do everything in that sense. However, things I'm noticing are changing. And this parenthood, what is vogue. But I actually commend the men who take up parenthood fully because they wanted to have the child. So they don't wait for the woman to decide, oh, this is how is, they're equally involved in the research. If it's winning, it's this or that, they're there. They will tell you, okay, I read up on this and this is what I found. I'm going to take the baby, do this, that. This is the schools I've looked at. It's just full involvement emotionally as well. You're bonding with your child, not the woman's job only. So I don't know. I hope after lockdown, especially after this COVID pandemic, we've bonded with each other. We've stayed home with our kids. You've had conversation. If you don't have children, you've had conversation with your better half. If you're a single parent, more power to you. This job. Wow, it's hard. It's hard. But I hope we've changed our mindsets about this thinking that women know everything when it comes to children, because we don't. We're still learning. We're still in school about it. We're still changing, and actually we are learning and unlearning some things because, for example, back in the day when a baby had fever, used to be told, take a damp cloth, and dampen your child. Now it's not advisable. You're told to give them calpol or whatever and strip them down to their nappy, and the fever should reduce on its own. So we are always changing and learning new and better ways of taking care of our children. That being said, I know not everyone is of the school of thought that that women have it hard in parenthood, and that society puts a heavy load on us. But hey, in our shoes, that's all I will say. Because the society does. It just does. I mean, I don't see men being asked to be able to juggle everything. But women is required especially when you're a mother, and you're working. For example, for me, I feel the pressure all the time because my targets are checked every week. And these questions are, is it because you're having a child? So I have to work even 4 times harder because I don't want my boss coming to say it's because you're working with a child at home, because your mom, because you're a woman, and you're always, because you're the one who has to have balance. I don't see, there's lots of books written about balance for women. I don't see about men having, and I don't know why the society thinks that we women have to be so perfect in everything. We're not. There are days you have it together, there are days you have pre-planned everything, and there are days you don't even have energy to do the dishes. It's just how we are. But I've decided, for me, if I'm in work, I'm in work, and I will do my best in work. At home, when 5 o'clock turns in, though I'm working from home, I detach from work and be full on mom, wife, and everything, because that's the only way you can be. Otherwise, you will lose the plot very quickly. So I'm actually going to change a few things of how I've been approaching parenthood, because of late I've been taking a lot on. I should do this, I should do that, I will do that, and it's just the way circumstances are. But slowly I'm releasing and releasing, because I don't have the capacity to handle everything, and that's okay. You just need to know where your boundaries are. You need to know when to stop and when to relax. And I've been taking today's off from work and actually not checking my laptop, not doing anything with work, just engaging with my child, figuring new things about myself, self development. And those days I'm off, and I'm really grateful, because when I go back to work, I'm rejuvenated. Work beats me down again, and I take some time off. Hey, it's the dance of life. So, I just want to encourage you all, those who are parents, especially if you're co-parenting, as the word suggests, co-parent. And for the women who are holding so much to the reins and discussions, no, let go. You chose the man to be with, to co-parent with. Let them have a chance also to input. And for those men or women who are not pulling their weight where parenthood is concerned, please, you owe it to yourself and to your children to be better. Okay? Thanks for listening to this episode of Crash Cinema.